A transformation begins. Umar ibn al-Khattab was born in Mecca in the late 6th century CE. He belonged to the Quraysh tribe, the same tribe as the Prophet Muhammad. Umar was known for his strong physique and sharp intellect. Initially, he was a staunch opponent of Islam. His life changed when he heard his sister reciting Quranic verses. Struck by their beauty, he embraced Islam. This marked a turning point in Islamic history. Section 2, A Pillar of Strength. Umar's role during the Prophet's time. Umar's conversion to Islam was a significant event. It instilled fear in the hearts of the Quraysh, who now perceived the Muslims as a formidable force. Umar, with his strong personality and unwavering faith, became a close companion of the Prophet Muhammad. He played a pivotal role in supporting the Prophet and protecting the Muslim community from persecution. Umar's counsel was highly valued by the Prophet. He was known for his sound judgment and pragmatic approach to challenges. He participated actively in key events like the Hijra, migration to Medina, and the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. His contributions were crucial in strengthening the Muslim community and spreading the message of Islam. Umar's unwavering faith and courage inspired many others to convert to Islam. He was instrumental in establishing the foundations of the Muslim community in Medina. His role transcended that of a mere follower. He was a trusted advisor, a fierce protector, and a key figure in shaping the early years of Islam. Section 3, The Caliphate of Umar, a reign of justice and expansion. Following the death of the Prophet Muhammad, Abu Bakr, one of the Prophet's closest companions, became the first caliph. Umar succeeded Abu Bakr as caliph in 634 CE. Umar's reign marked a period of unprecedented expansion and consolidation for the Islamic State. He is credited with establishing the administrative and legal framework that would guide the caliphate for centuries to come. Umar's caliphate lasted for 10 years. During this time, the Islamic Empire expanded rapidly, encompassing vast territories in the Middle East, North Africa, and Persia. His military campaigns were characterized by strategic brilliance and a commitment to minimizing bloodshed. He believed in offering conquered people the choice to accept Islam or retain their faith while paying a tax, known as jizya. Umar's leadership was not limited to military conquests. He devoted himself to establishing a just and equitable society based on the principles of Islam. He implemented administrative reforms, established courts of law, and introduced a system of taxation to finance public works and support the poor and needy. Section 4. Establishing order, the foundation of Islamic governance. Umar's reign saw the establishment of key administrative institutions that would become cornerstones of Islamic governance. Recognizing the need for efficient administration over the expanding empire, Umar established the Diwan, a centralized bureaucratic system. This system helped manage state finances, maintain records, and organize the army. He understood that justice was paramount for the stability and prosperity of the empire. He set up courts throughout the land, appointing qualified judges to adjudicate disputes and uphold the law. Umar personally oversaw the appointment of judges, ensuring they possessed the necessary knowledge, integrity, and fairness. Umar also recognized the importance of a fair and efficient system of taxation to fund public services and support the welfare of the people. He instituted the Kharaj, a land tax on conquered territories, and the jizya, a tax on non-Muslim citizens in lieu of military service. These taxes were levied fairly and transparently, with provisions for exemptions and reductions for those in need. Section 5. A legacy of justice. Umar's impact on law and order. Umar's commitment to justice is evident in his numerous reforms and his personal conduct. He believed that true justice meant treating all citizens equally, regardless of their faith or social standing. He established a judicial system that aimed to uphold the rights of all individuals. One of the most famous anecdotes about Umar's sense of justice involves a case where his own son was accused of wrongdoing. Despite his personal feelings, Umar insisted that the law should be applied equally to all. He allowed the case to proceed through the courts, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to the principle of justice before personal bias. Umar's reign saw the codification of Islamic law, which drew heavily from the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet. His emphasis on justice and fairness laid the groundwork for a legal system that would influence jurisprudence in the Muslim world for centuries to come. Section 6. Beyond Borders, Umar's Vision of Expansion. Umar's reign witnessed an unprecedented expansion of the Islamic Empire. Driven by a desire to spread the message of Islam and establish a just social order, Umar's armies marched east and west. However, his conquests were not merely about territorial gain. Umar believed in offering conquered people a genuine choice to accept Islam or retain their faith while abiding by the laws of the Caliphate. Umar's military campaigns were characterized by strategic brilliance and a strong moral compass. He emphasized the importance of treating conquered populations justly. He forbade the destruction of churches and temples, respecting the religious freedoms of non-Muslims. His armies were known for their discipline and their adherence to the Islamic rules of warfare, which prohibited harming civilians, destroying crops, or looting. Umar's vision of expansion transcended mere territorial ambitions. He envisioned a world united under the banner of Islam, where justice, equality, and peace prevailed. His conquests, though swift and far-reaching, were underpinned by a profound respect for human dignity and religious freedom. Despite being the ruler of a vast empire, Umar remained a man of extraordinary humility and accessibility. He shunned the trappings of power and lived a simple life. He refused to amass wealth, choosing instead to distribute the state's resources among the people. Umar believed that true leadership meant serving the people. He would often disguise himself and walk through the streets of Medina at night, listening to the concerns of the people and ensuring that his officials were fulfilling their duties. He led by example, demonstrating that power should not be a source of personal enrichment but a means to serve the community. Stories abound of Umar's humility and compassion. He is said to have carried sacks of grain on his own back to the homes of widows and orphans. He would personally attend to the needs of the sick and the poor, demonstrating that leadership meant sharing the burdens of the people. Umar's reign ended in 644 CE when he was assassinated. His death was a profound loss for the Muslim world. He left a legacy of justice, piety, and expansion. Umar's contributions to Islam are immeasurable. His commitment to justice and welfare is revered. Umar's legacy extends beyond the Islamic world. His leadership model serves as a timeless example. Umar's emphasis on justice, consultation, and public welfare continues to resonate with contemporary discussions on governance. His model of leadership, rooted in piety, humility, and a deep sense of responsibility, offers valuable insights for modern leaders grappling with the complexities of governing diverse societies. Umar's legacy is particularly relevant in today's world, where there is a growing demand for ethical and accountable leadership. His example reminds us that true power lies in serving the people, upholding justice, and ensuring the welfare of all citizens, regardless of their background or beliefs. Umar's emphasis on accessible leadership, his commitment to consultation, and his efforts to establish a just and equitable society continue to inspire reformers and leaders around the world. His legacy serves as a potent reminder that good governance requires not just administrative efficiency, but also a deep commitment to ethical principles and the well-being of all citizens. Umar ibn al-Khattab stands tall in history as one of the most influential figures in Islam. His conversion marked a turning point for the early Muslim community. His unwavering support for the Prophet Muhammad was instrumental in the spread of Islam. As caliph, his reign was characterized by remarkable expansion, administrative genius, and an unwavering commitment to justice and the welfare of his people. Umar's legacy continues to inspire and influence. His model of leadership, based on piety, humility, justice, and a deep sense of responsibility, remains remarkably relevant in our times. His contributions to the development of Islamic law and governance continue to shape legal systems and inspire discussions on good governance around the world. Umar ibn al-Khattab, the architect of an empire and a champion of justice, remains a towering figure whose life and legacy continue to resonate through the ages.